Hello children. So welcome to this session. In this session we are going to discuss about the variation types of human immune system. So already we know in the previous session innate immunity and acquired immunity. The human immunity is divided into two types. One it is innate immunity. The immunity get from birth. Acquired immunity means after the birth we want to growth. When we are growth we get the immunity. Is the known as acquired immunity. In this acquired immunity done by the WBC cells. So one of the WBC cells is lymphocytes. So it means the lymphocytes are main responsible for the human immune system. The lymphocytes are two types. Already we know in the first year syllabus. So one is the B lymphocytes, second is a B lymphocytes. So both lymphocytes present in the blood. The immunity occurs by blood is the known as a humoral immunity. Humoral immunity. That humoral immunity basically divided into two types. That is, one is the known as a CMI, cell-mediated immunity. The second one is the known as a antibody response immunity. So one is a antibody response immunity. Second one is a CMI. CMI means cell mediated immunity. The cell mediated immunity is the known as a T lymphocytes mediated immune system. T lymphocytes. So already in the previous class the lymphocytes are two types. We have already known in the previous session. The lymphocytes are two types. One is a B lymphocytes. Second one is a T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. Why it is called as a B? Why it is called as a T? It means the maturation occurs in the bone marrow. It means which lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the bone marrow. That type of lymphocytes is the known as a B lymphocytes. Which lymphocytes maturation occurs in the thymus gland is the known as a T lymphocytes. So B lymphocytes are only responsible for the producing of the new antibodies against the antigens or the pathogens. T lymphocytes they are known as a helper cells. So both are in presence in the blood. That's why it is known as the humoral immune system. The humoral immune system is divided two types. One is a antibody response immunity. Second one is a cell mediated immunity. The cell mediated immunity another name is a T lymphocyte mediated immunity. So T lymphocytes are main responsible for the CMI immunity. B lymphocytes are main responsible for the antibody response immunity. This is the major differences between the antibody response immunity, CMI response immunity. So it is a very important question. B lymphocytes are responsible for which type of immunity? They are given options is a innate immunity, antibody response immunity, cell mediator response immunity, none of these. In that time you must mention the B lymphocytes are responsible in the antibody response immunity. Okay, next, what is the variation types of immune system of the human being? They mainly two types, active and passive immune system. Active immune system and passive immune system. In here, the human being immune system is a presently the human immune system. The human immune system is a two types. One is a active immune system. Second one is a passive immune system. Active immune system and passive immune system. What is the differences between active and passive? Active means when they are affected or infected the pathogens or the new disease causing organisms or antigens. So after some time, the human immune system can produce the antibodies against the foreign materials or the foreign pathogens. So active immune system means the antibodies are made up in the body. So the antibodies are made up in the body. So after the infection, so this immune system take the more time. The type of immune system is known as the active immune system. For example, one of the person is affected by the paramyxovirus. They causes to the measles. So after infection, the human immune system, especially the B lymphocytes, can produce the antibodies against the paramyxovirus. So that's why this type of immune system takes the more time, but it's a long period time. It is a protected from the disease for a long time. The active immune system. The passive immune system means the ready-made antibodies are given to the affected person for the curing disease. For the curing purpose, the affected persons he taken by the artificial antibodies is the known as a passive. But is a passive immune system is a short-term immune system. It is a long-term immune system. Active immune system is a long-term immune system. Passive immune system is a short-term immune system. Immune antibodies, immune also antibodies, but these antibodies are ready-made antibodies. Ready-made antibodies are artificial antibodies. Artificial antibodies are given to the immune system, is known as a passive immune system. So that it is a many differences between the active and passive. It means the active, the antibodies they are made up by the own body. Antibodies are made by the own body is known as a active immunity. Passive immunity means the artificial antibodies is injected to the affected person for the curing purpose. So it is a short time immune system. It is a long time immune system. So for example, with the example you are understood it very well. So the polio vaccine. Polio vaccine means the polio vaccine is a presence inactive state of antigens or pathogens, or the production proteins of the virus, the polypeptide proteins of the affected virus. It means disease causing organisms product or inactive state of the pathogens. They are injected to the hygienic person. In our body, the lymphocytes are present. The inactive state of the inactive pathogens, they are identified by the B lymphocytes. They can able to the producing of the antibodies against the inactive state of pathogens. So it means that depending on the memory, depending on the memory cells. It means the antibodies are made up in the own body. The antibodies is a presence for the long time. So whenever the same virus or the same pathogens, if may be infected to that person, they easy to get from illness, or it means easy cannot get disease, because already the antibodies are made up with by own body. But passive immunity not like that. The ready-made antis are given to the affected person. So example of active immune system is a polio vaccine. The example of the passive immune system is known as a polyvenom injection. Venom means poison. When the poisonous snake bite the hygienic person, or the poison if may be infected into the blood, in that time the doctors are given to the anti-venom injection, anti-polyvenom injection or the anti-venom injection. The antivenom nothing but is a ready-made antibodies against the poison or against the venom, but is a short time. So after some time, if maybe get a snake bite, poisonous snake bite, so again he can take the antivenom injection or ready-made antibodies taken again, but active immunity not like that. This is the main differences between the active and passive immune system. Moreover, the immune system done by the two process is a types of immune system: active immune system and passive immune system. Moreover, the two process of immune system is there. The immune system process are two types. That is the known as a vaccination and immunization. Vaccination and immunization. The process of immune system of human being. Process of immune system is a two types. One is a vaccination. The second one is the known as a immunization. What is the main differences between the vaccination and immunization? It means the inactive state of pathogens or disease causing organisms or antigens. They are injected to the hygienic person. For example, the products of the pathogens or the inactive state of the pathogens are injected to the hygienic person. It not causes the disease, but the immune development purpose they are given to the hygienic person. The inactive pathogens are the inactive antigens are the products of the disease causing organisms. They are inactive state. They are injected to the hygienic person. In that time, the humoral immune system of the human body, they can produce the antibodies against the inactive state of the pathogens or antigens of the products of the pathogens. So the antibodies are made up. So it means vaccination nothing but one type of active immunity. So it means the vaccination is causes to the active immunity. Vaccination nothing but it can develop for the development further. It is a helpful for the development of the active immunity for the long time. So the immunization period is a very long time. So hepatitis B virus antigen, it means the hepatitis vaccination, hepatitis B vaccination, polio vaccine. So if you observe any type of vaccination is a containing of it contains of the inactive state of the pathogens or the inactive state of the pathogen products. So nowadays we can observe that COVID-19 vaccination will be prepared by some institutions. So they are also prepared the inactive state of the COVID-19 virus, or the same group or the same genus viruses are can modified as a inactive state. They are can able to the introduce the hygienic person. That type of immunization process is the known as a vaccination. In immunization means the ready-made antibodies are given to the affected person. The ready-made antibodies, they are artificial antibodies are given to the affected person or the diseased person. So if we observe, vaccination given before the infected stage or infection stage, before the infection stage. Immunization they are given the after infection stage. It is the main differences. The immunization means the ready-made antibodies or the artificial antibodies given to the affected person. After the affection or after the infection. So before the infection, they are inactive state of the antigens or the pathogens or the pathogen products they are given is the known as a vaccination. The main principal differences between the vaccination and the immunization is vaccination given to the person before the infection state. So immunization they are given to the ready-made antibodies after the infection. It is the main differences, the vaccination and immunization. So same, the immunization is a short time immune system. So it is similar to the passive immune system. Passive immune system. This is the main differences between the vaccination and immunization. Moreover, the next we are discuss about the allergies. So whenever you go to the new places, so sometimes you are travel from your native place to the new places. In that time, suddenly we can affected by the sneezing or the coughing and watery eyes. So it is the affection of the allergies. So in here, the allergies. When you have gone to a new places and suddenly you started sneezing and wheezing. It is a respiratory tract infection. Sneezing or the common cold. It means whenever you go to the new places, suddenly we are affected by the sneezing. And as well as sneezing. And as well as the throat pain. So, some of the persons are affected by the throat pains. And some of the persons are affected by the wheezing. Wheezing means the whistle sound will be coming when the breathing time, the respiration time. Some sounds are present, they release it. The wheezing is a respiratory tract infection. So why it is causes? It means whenever you go to the new places has some allergens. Allergens means allergens. Gens means origin. Allergy origin particles are the organisms is the known as a, or the allergic agents is the known as a allergens. So your native place, you are adaptation to the native places. But whenever you go to the new places, some of the allergic agents are present. So like I say, pollen, dust, or some dandruff of the animals. So these are all causes to the allergy. Suddenly we can get the sneezing and the throat pains or wheezing. These are known as allergy. So which agents are causes to the allergy is the known as allergens. Allergens. So allergens is some pollen grains of the plant. So some of the plant it can release the pollen grains into the atmosphere or the air. For example, Congress grass. The Congress grass pollen grains is a causes to the asthma. Asthma is one type of allergy and the chronic disease also. But whenever you go to the new places, you can get sudden. Next is autoimmunity. What is autoimmunity? It means the memory-based acquired immunity. The memory-based acquired immunity evolved higher vertebrates based on the ability of the differentiate of the pathogens. The memory-based acquired immunity, it means the antibodies. The antibodies. So which antibodies are made up in their body against the pathogens or the disease causing organisms. So the antibodies are always works against the pathogens. But sometimes so they are also able to the destroying of the self cells. Sometimes, in the rare case, sometimes the self cells also, the hygienic helpful cells also so destroyed by the memory-based acquired immune system antibodies. It means these antibodies are always works against the pathogens, but sometimes in the rare cases the antibodies are also can destroying of the self cells in the body. Is known as a autoimmune system or autoimmunity. So for example of this immunity is the known as a example of this disease is the known as a rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis or the renal damage in the kidney. So it means the more antibodies are sometimes they are able to the destroying of the self cells in the body. It is known as a autoimmunity. The antibodies are always they are against work of the differentiate of the pathogens, but sometimes they are also destroying of the self cells is known as autoimmunity. Next, the immune system in the body. The immune system in the body. So the immune system in the body, so already we know the immune system is a unique sensitive to the antigens or the pathogens. The unique system, immune system is a unique system, for they are identify the antigens or the disease causing organisms. So this immune system of the human body is mainly divided into two types. The human immunity system. Human immunity system. So it is a unique system. They are identify the sensitive of the foreign materials when they are infected into the body. They are identified and the antibodies are produced. So it is a unique system. The human immune system is a depending on the words. They are divided into two types. One is the primary lymphoid organs. The primary lymphoid organs. And the second one is the secondary lymphoid organs. So first is a primary lymphoid organs. Primary lymphoid organs. Second is a secondary lymphoid organs. Secondary lymphoid organs. So in here, the primary lymphoid organs, the main response for the human immune system is a bone. Already we know that B lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the bone marrow. So T lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the T lymphocyte. So thymus gland. So that's why the bone and thymus gland. So bone and thymus gland. Bone and thymus gland is known as a primary lymphoid organs. Primary lymphoid organs. So the erythrocytes are origin from the bone, and some of the lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the bone marrow, especially the B lymphocytes. Which lymphocytes are responsible for the producing of the antibodies against the foreign materials or the foreign agents or the pathogens? That it is a B lymphocytes. That type of B lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the bone marrow. That's why the bone and thymus gland is known as a primary lymphoid organs. And secondary lymphoid organs, it means the lymphocytes are origin in the lymph nodes or the lymph glands. So after the origin, their maturation occurs in the bone marrow and the thymus gland. The lymphocytes, it means the B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes, they are migrated to the secondary lymphoid organs for the works against the pathogens. So which organs are belongs to the secondary lymphoid organs? That it is a spleen and the terminal part of appendix, and third one is a tonsils, and fourth one is a Peyer's patches of the small intestine. So the lymphocytes are maturation occurs in the primary lymphoid organs. After that they are migrated. They are migrated to the secondary lymphoid organs like as spleen, appendix, tonsils, and Peyer's patches of the small intestine. So spleen is known as a reservoir of the erythrocytes. They are able to the reducing of the blood-borne microorganisms. The spleen is a very important organ in the human immune system. They are helpful for the blood-borne microorganisms are destroyed by the spleen, and simply we known as the purification of the blood. That spleen is helpful for the purification of the blood. And here the thymus gland belongs to the primary lymphoid organ. The thymus gland is located near the heart, beneath of the vertebral column, near the heart. At the time of birth is a large size. When the growing time, the thymus gland will be decreases. The size of thymus gland will be decreases when the growing time. So that's why the thymus gland is known as a childhood gland. Because at the time of birth they are large size. When the increasing of the age, the size of the thymus gland will be decreases. And here spleen is a blood purifier. Appendix, the terminal part of the appendix, tonsils, and as well as the Peyer's patches of the small intestine. Peyer's patches of the small intestine. So these are all the secondary lymphoid organs. And one more is there, that it is a lymph nodes. The lymph nodes are present in the variation parts of the body. The lymph nodes are present in the variation parts in the body. So, and as well as the malt is a very important. Malt means MALT means mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. So in here, malt means mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. So MALT, malt. So this mucosa associated lymphoid tissue is a 50% responsible for the human immune system. It is a very important. The malt responsible for the 50% immune system of the body. 50% responsible for the human immune system is done by the mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. So it is a very important. And next, so organ rejection. So the autoimmune system is also responsible for the organ rejection system. So when the grafted of the organs, the organ transplantation in the human body, like as a kidney, liver, and sometimes heart also. When the transplantation time, after the transplantation of the organs, so they must be chosen the same blood group and almost all the same age also. Why it is chosen the same blood group? Same blood group has some antigens and antibodies, the similar. So that's why the organ rejection rate will be decreases. It means the natural antibodies are produced in the human body. Thus antibodies are rejection to the transplantation of the organs or the grafted organs. So that's why they are chosen the similar blood group and the similar age group. So for example, 60 age of the person, if a need of the transplantation of the kidneys, we chosen the blood, say similar blood group of the young persons. It means the very important is a similar blood group is a very important because the same antibodies, the similar antibodies are present. It means the organ rejection will be reduces. It is known as a organ rejection. So thank you one and all. So we are discussing the next topic in the next session.